And welcome back on in, folks. Davenport University versus BHOP Esports, taking it away in the round of 8 of the final RMR Open Qualifier. My name is Phi. I'm joined by Dat Paladin as we see underdog team Davenport University trying to complete a miracle run to the RMR, and BHOP Esports finally trying to convert their third attempt here in day number 2. Let's get this one away. Already fast. Oh boy, we're just going for a straight ramp rush. There's a 4-man ramp stack, and Kojo's gonna destroy them all. But still, wait a minute, no. The rotations. Kojomo's heroics could just go immediately to waste here, Paladin. It goes back down to the 2v2.
Car crash and ramp, and look at all this space that Switcher's getting outside. Korn and Co are gonna probably be able to crunch in onto this 2v2 here. And there you go, already activated with the P250, but now that his position is known, how does Brett respond?
Oh, Brett inside of the smoke could try to phase at the same time. Korn taking his time, trying to maybe coordinate with his teammate. Spots out Silas, but has to be ready for the close player. And he is! Perfect swing onto Brett, and now Silas is trapped at the back of the ramp. 1v2 here, and needs to somehow dice up these duels. The headshot not connecting, 34 HP, and I think they've got him locked up here. They're just going to get the bomb and run it to A. They don't even want to deal with him. And so, well, this round just got a whole lot tougher for BHOP. And just Silas. He'll make his way back in through lobby, though. He's trying to be fast about this. He's trying to get him to the advantageous fight as soon as he possibly can. Maybe an overextending player. Silas already wrapping around the site, but just double peeked up. And Davenport. Wild pistol round. But they get it across the line.
Kojomo's death actually not in vain this time around. Fantastic triple from him to open up this really, really intense best of 1. And the 2v2 actually somehow managed. I mean, Korn, well done with his crosshair placement there to get rid of Brett down in the ramp. And then from there, it seemed easy pickings. They very well handled that 2v1. So great to get on the board this time around. 1/3 of their previous T-side attempt against Northern Forces.
Yeah. Believe it or not. Yeah, that's a great thing to bring up as Davenport makes a cross outside. Silas, he'll hit the Deagle headshot at that range. Unbelievable, but I'm not sure how else this is expected to go. Swan. Nope, not happening. MP5 for Pug. Should be able to clean house on this one. Even some cushions. Underrate the MP5 all you want. It has a crazy fast fire rate. It has an easy to control spray pattern. I mean, don't hate.
Oh, I will every day of the week. Man, this gun, it feels like BM. I'm joking. But maybe a little bit.
It kind of is. Too expensive to be an SMG, but too cheap to be a rifle.
Yeah, and the silencer
is cheesy.
Matter.
It's so cheesy. Yeah, it doesn't really do much. Kojomo's starting this game on fire. It's about to be 2 separate 3 pieces. Beaky's coming back around. No, he's just going to hold on to his armor. So, yeah. We'll bring up this storyline from yesterday. Northern Forces were down 12-3, only garnering themselves 3 T-side rounds. And then they proceeded to run a 13-2 CT-side clinic. Brick wall style. And they ran it all the way back. So, I mean, this is already a beautiful start considering the stats. But also, what a confidence boost for those guys as well over the DU camp.
It basically tells them that any scoreline is winnable, and doing it against Northern Forces is an impressive feat. And already having 2 rounds, you know, the more momentum they gain, the harder it's going to be to shut down from BHOP. And that 3rd round should be all but confirmed at this point. Rock up money if you're spec. Set up on Squeaky.
Yeah.
Kojomo already starting this game off with a heater, Phi.
Yeah, this is, and just being the AWPers. I don't know what it is about AWPers and pistol rounds, but it feels like they gravitate more to them than anything. Maybe it's just a me thing. What the stats are like. Don't go down the vents challenge here for Davenport University. There's Brett inside of that with a knife. I have a feeling a MAC-10 would want to go down the vent. It's like a moth to the flame.
Oh, certainly. It's the identity of that weapon, right? That vent is just calling to you. But Spec, he's thinking otherwise. They've gotten all of ramp. Luckily, the absolute explosion of Brett's knife is avoided, and it should be a free bomb site. I don't think there should be much resistance here.
Yeah. I mean, just the dream start here for Davenport. Breath of fresh air for... I feel like this team, they have... When I watch them, it's a bit inconsistent. I think on the micro level, when it comes to team play and trading, this team is excellent. They got those fundamentals down pat. Just it comes down to sometimes the individuals make you lose your head, or sometimes I think a little bit of, shaky aim sometimes comes into play. But when they're reinvigorated, this team has a very high peak. That's for darn sure. They lose a couple guns. Things like this is a little awkward.
Should be another rifle retrievable. Not necessarily sure. Okay, maybe that smoke dissuades Eris from pushing forward. Oh, Beaky. Yeah, no can do this time around. But hey, 2 kills. Not 10. Oh, I say that. AK carried over for Silas.
That's
all
great.
things considered, not a bad round. I think only a deagle was bought forward.
I mean, considering we have yet to even see anything from BHOP just yet. We're going to get their first gun round in, and we're going to see what this pound-for-pound, player-for-player firepower. It's kind of like advertised on this team. Eris, Silas, and Brett, especially Beaky, even as of late, really, really solid individuals on all the team that they've played on. Eris was a rock on Strife. Silas has been competing in Advanced and ECL, starting to become one of the more experienced players in ECL as well. And Brett and Beaky have been razor sharp as of late. It's what's gotten BHOP this far, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you can even make an argument that Swan's had a couple pop-off games here or there.
Sure.
Definitely a far cry from when he used to actually perform regularly for this team. But volatile AWP could be impressive. This fight here in secret, Silas getting aggressive and getting an opening and getting away from it?
No.
I say that.
Not on Pug's watch. He'll hunt him down, and they have the B site. It's open. A Beaky, very nice, insane off angle where Spec has no clue where he could possibly get shot from. Back down to this 3v4. They don't really want to contest this B side just yet. Kojimo is still on top of Silo here, kind of on patrol. Make sure no one pushes aggressively outside. BHOP don't really know what's going on, though, however. That's the biggest problem. No map control.
I like this pause from DU here. Just trying to... I mean, they've gotten all of this bottom to bottom site control. Kojimo's now making his way outside and trying to see if there's any bit of a lurk. Catching out any players to even up the odds is a smart move here. But at the same time, I think they'll be able to lock in a bomb plan. I'm not really sure if there's anybody down here on the lower side. There is Swan. Okay. Auto director actually helping me out here.
Great angle to play from it. Good lineup too, but the trade's in. And that should allow for the bomb plan here with 10 seconds left on the clock. Swisher should be able to get it in. The thing is, they're starting to close in quick. Brett doesn't quite hit the shot, though. Gives Swisher a chance. The flash is fantastic, though, here from BHOP. But Swisher still hits the shot. Maybe he can dance around the one-tap. Estonian legend, the European import, putting in work. 1v1 now between Eris and Kojo. And Kojo's falling back. He's out towards double doors, but no, Eris is aware. And despite the heroics out of Swisher, it's going to go BHOP's way. But man, call it confidence. Davenport University still look dangerous.
That was just dirty from Switcher. You really, really were rooting for them there to get that round on the board, keep a clean sheet. But Eris, beautiful 2v1 there, jumping up, using the proper angle management there to get the round on the board. It's tough. I mean, the economy is still going to get really hurt from it. But a round is a round. Getting on the board is half the battle sometimes when you're trying to battle back against this momentum. But damn if Davenport were close to just pulling the carpet over BHOP's eyes.
Oh my gosh. Brug just got swept out from underneath him right there. And very real reminder. I hyped up the individuals a lot here for this BHOP team. But Davenport have come here to play. They got all that confidence brewing from yesterday. I'm just watching this angle. Kojo. Hide on edge is Silas, but Not going to extend just yet. Still got to keep in mind that Davenport University are reinvigorated in this Open Qualifier.
I believe this is the deepest they've gone, correct?
Correct.
I mean, having this deep of a result in and of itself is a boon. Every little bit of things working against Davenport is with them this time around, and I'm sure it'll be able to convert to some kind of momentum. But I say that Kojimo, the star of this team thus far, has been ripped away to start out another 5v4 for
They're all in
BHOP.
garage. They are all in garage right now, though. What a move. The trade's going to come through here for Swan, but that just reveals the bomb. 30 seconds on the clock here for Davenport. They've taken a little too long in this one. Get things moving. You see the lobby of reaggression is coming through, and now 20 seconds remaining, and Spec might just get outflanked here. Timing is incredible, though. He's going to check in for Beaky, but he should get wrapped up as all three players do fall simultaneously. BHOP knew everything. That's just the fact of the matter. BHOP knew everything once they see the bomb outside. And so Davenport University will fall.
Yeah, fantastic reaggression there in the ramp. Spotting the bomb in garage, it has to be done. Great double setup, even though Spec had the jump on the first player. It's very difficult to read a double man setup there with the extreme lack of information. Davenport leaning heavily into outside and not getting rewarded for their troubles. Trade's not working out in their favor. And it's finally back down to pistols here for DU. BHOP finally wrestling back control here. You're hoping, if you're a DU fan, that they can get a little bit more than 3 rounds. It's going to be this upper execute to actually try to stifle anything with these tech nines.
And, oh wait, it might work. They've gotten out. They've gotten space on the site. Can they hunt down airs? They can. One more player is dropped in, though. And Switcher, lightning fast aim so far this game. We'll find a second. Bomb plan even going in, and the man advantage stands for Davenport.
No armor here for Kojimo and Switcher, but they've got their hands on a couple rifles here, Fi. This is very doable for the T side.
They only have so many flashes, barely any utility to retake this for BHOP. Just the aim can do it. Beaky from off top in heaven. Great flashbang tossed in, and almost finds a second on a Switcher. Spec even up close. Spray not connecting there for Silas. Time beginning to tick away, and Switcher even lands the dink. Just Spec in the 1v1. He's going to run away and play with his food. Davenport University pull off the half buy.
I mean, the Molotovs are perfect there to just siphon out some of these BHOP players. But man, Switcher, again with an impactful double kill to just open up the round, get that plant down, and retaking in a 2v3 situation is always going to be difficult, regardless of the weaponry advantage, the utility advantage. Angles are just so hard to clear, and Davenport makes well use of the squeaky door angle. Well done from Spec in the 1v2, was all but one. And now finally Kojimo has brought out the first AWP of the evening. We're looking good if you're a collegiate fan here.
Smokes outside to start. Just a half by here for BHOP. Got a single player out there. It's Silas out on an island. Little smoke usage there from Corn to try and get the cross in. Silas, whoa, snagged one. And it's fast as well. He's definitely trapped here, though. And nice try, Brett. Not getting up that ladder. Silas's rampage is put to a finish. And I think with that, the rest of BHOP, too. As Swan does fall to Koja's op. Just leaving these remaining 2. So far, this is not just so good, it's amazing. For Davenport, they're geared up to start up with 5 T-side rounds.
They're going to be laughing all the way to the bank here, DU. Doing very, very well for themselves. Fantastic shot from Kojimo, making sure not to kill Corn there. But 5 rounds on this T side, Fi. I mean, I'm already liking the potential here for an upset. I mean, it'd be an insane one, right? To have the opportunity to be just one best of 3 away. It's obviously still early doors. We don't want to write off this best of 1 too early, but look, a pause already coming out. Gotta feel a little hot under the collar if you're BHOP.
BHOP, I mean, drop this one, and this half is out of control. 7-2.
Definitely.
So, I mean, we're, like, looking at it like 7-2. Money's never going to take off here for BHOP. They need to find a way to win a round and cleanly. Like, this is what you hinge your career on, these matches. It's a simple best of one, but it's a chance to run for the major. That's what everyone's here for. That's why you compete.
Oh, and even if you don't even qualify for the major, getting an opportunity to play in Stockholm, scrim against some EU players, play against the best in your region, in just the highest level of the game that your region has to offer, that's just for both of these teams, that would be an absolute blessing. And they're both pretty damn close to achieving that dream. Finally, an AWP out for Swan. That big green battle will be very interesting to see how it plays out. You're expecting Kojimo to come out on top, but Swan's got a bit of experience under his belt. The potential for him to pop off is always there.
There it is. It's a tripwire shot just before the smoke actually goes up. It's still Kojo. Great shot. But underneath the smoke, a gap in it. Eris capitalizes. And will snag back a kill. Bomb is still out in the open. They do need to actually get that across. In the meantime, though, Pug has actually snuck his way around. It's actually outside a garage. He does have the AWP of Swan to contend with, though, and he'll fall. Spec trying to make a move. A great flick up there from Brett. And it's a clutch attempt here for Kojo, but Eris is going to silence that instantly with a great flash from Swan. And BHOP Esports, that is the clean round they needed.
Yeah, great comms there from Swan. Gets the opening kill. Team player with those flashes. I believe that was Silas and Mini taking advantage of the missed utility there from Davenport. And again, I mean, these rounds haven't been clean fi, so a little bit of a half buy double hero AK situation. Mixed bag from the T side. Oh, and a Galil out as well. So very odd situation with as far as the economics are concerned for Davenport. Not enough utility to really speak of.
Super interesting smoke wall, though, is just tossed in. Smoke's all thrown from one single position to actually get them up and running. Already in a secret, and no one actually hears these footsteps here for BHOP, so there's actually a real chance that BHOP could get caught off guard.
Yeah, if they can close the distance here, Davenport, it'll be very, very useful for these Tech 9s to get activated, and Silas has to give up some room as well. Bigi's still patrolling down in the ramp, and now he also has to duck down into the lower site. Lots of room being taken by Davenport, and it's slowly starting to constrict on this lower bomb site. Ramp just as susceptible.
They left ramp open. They just left ramp open. It's only Swan here holding with the AWP. Flash is going in, and Swan's going to get knocked off the angle. Now everything begins to get compromised here for BHOP with 50 seconds remaining. Davenport, they're going to make the executive decision to go down to the B site and Spec with a flaming hot entry. But they're not clearing out the back of the site. They don't see Beaky. And Beaky will find the kill, but no way he survives that. And he will get traded out. And then Spec is going to follow up. Huge entries here from Davenport University. And this is 2v4 where BHOP are just guaranteed to save as Brett falls next. And Eris has been spotted. What a round here put together. The individuals of Davenport turning up. Wow. Spec of 4K.
Look at Spec with those entries, man. I mean, writing was on the wall there with the amount of positioning advantage that Davenport had in that round. But you still need to have some of those blinder entries on the back silo player. And even after things go awry, not checking Cubby, it still works out with some beautiful shooting from Spec. Even blind on that final frag. Another tack, I believe, from BHOP. And 6 rounds here for DU. Fantastic stuff to open up this best of one. And as we're saying, Fi, these halves can just run away from you as soon as possible if you blink too fast. Another eco here for BHOP. This is fantastic stuff. The individuals here are... We were speaking as to BHOP's individual prowess, but right now, Fi, to me, it looks like Davenport is here to play. Those are the players that are on.
It's even tactical. It's even, you know, they managed their space so well in that round, even despite having poor utility. They got the players down secret, and they juggled their opponent's rotations really well. Davenport again. Outside smoke wall, and he knows there's a gap. Or sees that gap, and right behind it is Silas. He does it. Take a fresh breath. You're likely to get past this eco. They actually have made 2 players down inside of B site. They're calling back a 3rd player here for BHOP. There's a chance, Paladin. There is a chance, but what? Oh, a shot there from Korn. Goodbye. I don't care if it's Nico. Frag like that. And the RMR might just be waiting for you around the corner. Oh my god.
Reads were there for BHOP. I mean, there definitely was a chance there, Fi, but again, fantastic individual efforts. That double kill there from Korn is not easy under any circumstance. Oh, 7th round on the board on the cusp of winning out their T half. Talk about a change in performance. We were seeing some tweets out from Koi and Co. talking about trying to clean up their T sides, and boy, have they.
There was a long talk. There must have been a long talk. It's the you get it? It's the weekend, so Davenport can actually, you know, spend some time and actually, you know, fix up their plays instead of, you know, having to go to class.
True. Yeah, all play, no work at that point.
Oh, but okay, things might change a little bit. Finally, an outside entry going the way of BHOP. Are still contending, though. Oh, the Aqua Swan. Spec trying to lurk, get up to some funny business, but does get punished. Finally, Davenport, things are going to slow down a bit for them. Can't all be winning. For BHOP, this is by far and away their most dominant round they've posted this game. It's looking to be flawless.
Yeah, when those man advantages come out for BHOP, it's really tough for DU to get locked into the rounds. They try really hard to showcase some kind of individual flair, but with the lack of utility and just these CT favored angles, it's really hard to get stuck back into the rounds, even out these man advantage situations from BHOP. And again, yeah, as you're saying, Fi, another dominant round. I mean, the rounds that BHOP have been winning have been dominant. That is to say, but the problem at this point of the game is you're not able to actually string together these rounds.
I wouldn't be hunting if I was BHOP. Their money is still greater, very much so. That's now maybe you start hunting because Kojimo's in a bit of trouble. Right around, he can't hit the shots, unfortunately. He's actually gonna go down, and okay, the hunt I guess pays off there for BHOP. A bit of a risk taken, that's for sure, but 4 rounds on the board, they'll take that.
Yeah, it's still a slight dent as far as things are concerned. I mean, yeah, he still gets his op out at the end of the day. Shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I mean, any economic damage is good economic damage at the end of the day, so good for
sure.
BHOP to at least pull that back. Wise out for both sides. I mean, we're not talking about a swing round just yet, but if we want to start talking about those swing rounds, it starts here.
Swan posted up outside. It's a new angle for him. Normally been playing out towards the ramp, out towards heaven. A little bit of a shuffle up position. Could catch Davenport off guard, but never mind. What's happened to Pug? He annihilated Silas, and I think he might have accidentally alt-tabbed. I think... Is he still here? Is Pug here? Yeah, he's back. I think he might have hit his console. He flicked so hard that he stopped moving. Unbelievable. Oh. And Kojimo even just eating them up. You see just 2 fallen BHOP players in his scope. And Beaky could have been the 3rd right there. Davenport University just walking over this round.
I mean... Shout out to Pug, man. He's just so dialed in. Getting
Hold on.
that
Wait a minute. Eris down to 5. Yeah, so, I mean, he can try. He can try, but not today. I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was in a technical 1v3. If he diced up the duels, it's possible. Eris is a good player, I'll tell you that. But it's just Beaky 1v4. Man, they wanted to tussle with Kojo's op, and boy, did he give them the other end of it.
Oh, he's doing fantastic outside. It feels like he's got a great understanding, at least, of the potential of firing off the AWP, setting himself up for success, and obviously, that is half the battle for oppers in this day and age. It looks like Beaky might not even be able to save this off.
What is going on?
Oh, Pug actually missing that timing out just barely, and I think he'll hold on to it. Who is that? Is that Swisher? No. Who's on the other side of the map?
That is, I think it is Switcher. He's at the back of ramp.
Kojimo trying to chase down, but
Oh yeah, Kojimo as well, moving in through secret, just going around the world.
but it's a 1/2 Fi. I mean,
Yup.
they've already done the quote unquote impossible here and won out the T half. This is impressive stuff. I mean, it is pretty individual centric, but at the end of the day, even the positioning of this team has been
It's converting those, though.
yeah, it's been very well done.
Yeah, it's converting the superior positioning has been there for Davenport. I think the execution has sometimes struggled for this team. But they've gotten themselves into good spots, and they've been able to convert those positions with some nice entries coming out of spec, admittedly. I think they've just been playing good, solid CS, good trades, all across the board. Or well, they haven't really even needed the trades so much in this half because you see Pug just getting entries like that. So very happy days for Davenport. Of course, you don't want to let it get ahead of you. You're the teams who's supposed to be making the comeback, so not letting the opposite happen against you.
You can't really ask much more from all these individuals. Kojimo hitting the necessary shots, Switcher with some amazing impact, Spec with his entries, Pug with some of his entries as well, Korn doing very well in trading in some of these man-even situations. So DU should be very happy with what they've been presenting so far. And if we're thinking long-term, if they are able to convert out this T half, I mean, having the individuals awake this early on is obviously going to be fantastic heading into the best of threes. You're going to want the stamina and the consistency from these individuals. Flash is outside, and they should be able to get out unscathed. Eris up to bat in mini, but he's given up that spot as well.
Pushed in
But
a
look at
trophy.
all this. Yeah, look at how they've pushed up on a trophy.
Oh, and that's going to result in Spec going down. That's the big information, though. That's going to make Davenport rev their engines down in towards secret and get a move on. They know that they can't possibly head back in towards the A site, so they're all here, and everyone has arrived for BHOP. The stack is in play. The shot's not quite connecting. Switcher hits a nice one, but now it's just Pug in the 1v3. Wait a minute. He has an avenue up the vents. The A site is completely open right now, and he'll take the gamble. He's up, and he'll have a plant. But a chance to clutch. They're coming in through lobby. Surely he heard that. They're probably coming up the vents as well, but Silas, very nice angle. Taken, waiting for the aggression, and he will collect. That's going to be the 5th round here for BHOP. Just had a good read on the situation, pushed in towards lobby, got that rotate going. And as good as the entries are for Davenport, you do entry through 3 players.
Definitely the kind of situation happening for BHOP there. I mean, again, even in the clutch, not allowing these players to have a pop-off performance. That's all you can really ask for at this point. Trying to shut down as much as possible, negate as much bleeding from this half as possible, BHOP. 7 rounds. I mean, if you can get these last 2 rounds, you've gotten 3 on the trot. You're kind of able to pull some of the momentum back in your favor. Start a bit of a snowball. That's the minimum type of situation here if you're BHOP, but it's going to be a tough road ahead.
Probably a TO coming out from Davenport. It's very good to just stay on your game despite being up in rounds and despite feeling comfortable so far. You just want to keep your head in the game mentally. Stay alert. So back into it. BHOP starting to regain a bit of stability on the CT side, and that's the hope. Last 2 rounds, I mean, 8-7 is a lot different than 10-5.
Definitely. I mean, whenever you have this kind of big of a lead, you're expected to extend that lead as far as possible. And it looks like this contact play out of the A side, as smooth as this smoke fade.
Oh, but Brett out in the open? No, it's just one. Bomb scooped up here by Korn, and he will get dropped by Eris in the front of Hut. Kojo gets a trade back, and Switcher, surprise for Silas, out in the open, and minute on the clock, a lot to think about here, but oh, Kojomo's barrel has been spotted. And Beaky is going to take this opportunity to spray him down. It's Switcher in a 1v2. Plenty of time on the clock, all things said.
Position known. He's got to reorient himself somehow. Swan getting stuck into the upper bomb site, pushing in a lobby as well, making sure that they have all the information in their hands. And Switcher, I mean, instead of reorienting to heaven, he just tries to rejig and go back mini. I mean, they're going to watch Swan's on this angle.
Swan's on the ang. That's the problem here. So, Switcher gotta be making moves. And he's actually gonna get past the angle on a Swan. Wait a minute. Things get very awkward. Now he has a perfect idea where Beaky is. If he's watching Mini, then he must have been in charge of lobby. And Switcher's gonna cross back around the site and get the plant. 1v1 for the import here. For Davenport University. Beaky circling the site. But it's gonna catch Switcher off guard. Timing not favoring him. And BHOP will scrape away another.
Oh, close, but no cigar there for Switcher. I mean, he read the situation very well. He knew that he would have to come up to a squeaky fight. Immediately wide swings it. Swan caught a little off guard there. Punished by Switcher. The Estonian just can't get it done. It is a bit of a coin flip when it gets down to that 1v1 and as to whether Beaky would select the right angle. And select right he shall. 6th round on the board. We're still trying to look for that even keel at the half situation. And BHOP is damn close to doing so. Pug down to a Tech 9. Utility starting to dwindle for DU. And perhaps they're losing some steam here, Fi.
And these rounds are still very much close, though. They still give themselves opportunities. They aren't blowout rounds.
Correct.
It's not a complete change in the tides and all. They're looking to go for this mini split. It's a possibility. Silas up close, though. And as the smoke fades, he gets a dink onto Kojimo. That's one of the very few rifles that are fully armored up. Lucky to be alive here is Kojo, but they've gotten down secret either way. Trading around a couple guns. Kojo is going to be the human drone. Moving forward, trying to collect some of the space. You see that they've already taken vast majority of end control, and yeah, that's going to be spec falling. Should signal to BHOP that this is trying to be geared up to be a B play.
But they're coming back up? How are they going to fight this? I mean, that mini smoke, you're going to have to thank your lucky stars if you don't come in a
let go of the angle. Wait, Silas has just let them all pass.
Oh, Pug.
Out in the open, that's the bomb, but he can't find the kill. It's Swan tucked out towards the CT vent, and he'll find 2. Knocking him down. It's just Pug sitting behind the smoke with 20 seconds on the clock. It's going to be BHOP to equalize this, at least bring it as close as it can possibly be here.